Sagittarius, welcome back for your Divine Feminine update. Those of you who are new are very warm welcome. If you wish to join, I'm a psychic medium as well as I'm a twin. We do live sessions on the channel monthly. Last month it was about 11 times. Now I've added additional videos this month, but I am opening another channel. The link is below. That's launching as of the 1st of January, but I'll give more information later. Again, thank you, tribe, for returning. You've been very loyal subscribers. And again, the link is below for bookings and it takes you straight through to the website. Let's have a look at the frequency of what's coming through. Okay, Divine Feminines, be mindful. As of the 16th, you've probably heard on other channels, Venus is going direct, Mercury is going retrograde. Now, this can affect your frequency. You will be more energetic, but at the same time, there may be confusion and conflict in getting things done, crosswise with communication. It can even be missing text messages, etc. So, you know, pay attention to things. Try and keep as grounded as possible. Jupiter is also moving away from Scorpio, which was the underworld energy, especially within the Venus retrograde that was playing out, and moving forward into its home sign of Sagittarius. Now, that's going to be quite transformative in itself, and it is, I believe, connected to Uranus is going into its home sign soon as well, but I need to check that date. That's going to affect the whole dynamic. It's theoretically the death of ego, a transformation, an ending of cycles. How long that takes, however, is part of a 3D equation, okay? So we'll tune into it. You're really meditating upon any imbalance in the connection and where there was greed in the dynamic, where one party was getting more than the other. This could have been at an emotional level, a physical, or a romantic level. Now, in the past, you do recall them to be, you know, the potential king. You were really looking at them as the potential king. Currently, where you stand, you're wanting this balance to come about. You're wanting this to go to the next level. You have traditional values when it comes to connections. They're in the same mindset, however, which is very interesting. So I feel you guys may be at a mental level very in sync when you're tuning into each other. Moving forward, however, for you, you're thinking of Christmas, New Year's, wondering if this is going to come about before the end of the year. Their energy can be they're trying to finalize and deal with contracts. Now, these contracts can be karmic contracts. That can be very much the energy of what's coming through. However, I do feel for many of them it is legalities, tying up loose ends, working, which again is a contract. They're slowed down. They're very tired. Yeah. They're trying to tie up loose ends at work. So for you, you felt the energy to be immature in the past. For some of you, you might have known them a very long time and been on the journey a very long time, I'm being shown. Now, in relation to, you know, what the bigger picture is you feel it should be or could be, you feel you've done a lot of work and you're very tired. It might be your frequency's down and you feel you can't put any more in, that the balance needs to come about. You're also feeling that around the time of socializations, birthday parties, Christmas, New Year, that you may not get any contact. That's your thought process moving forward. And who you thought they were to be, which was the king, the clarification is it ended up to be so very different. Their shadow side come out. Now, although currently they're working at, you know, it might be family-related dynamics they're dealing with. They're almost balanced, though. It's so close. But again, the internal abundance or the external abundance or something that they're trying to get off the ground, they're still dealing with currently. And I think it's a work-related project. Because the contract energy is here as well as coming out of work. So it might be swapping from one job to another, or getting a new business off the ground, and it's something in relation to severing ties to gain money. And it's a time frame involved, I'm hearing. Many of them, it's in relation to tying up loose ends, having the time to meditate, which will be during the Christmas period. Again, book a reading and I can tune directly into yours individually. The way you're feeling about this is you're being cautious, okay? About the past, you're reflecting upon how you were left out in the cold and perhaps betrayed. What you do want to see is a fresh start. What you feel needs to change is they need to change direction. You feel the way they're interacting, applying their energy, communicating, dealing with situations, you feel in some shape or form it's the wrong way. What advice do we have for feminine in relation to this card? What relation do we have for the reality? Okay, I'm being shown that this is two very different subjects. Yes, there was a lack of stability in the connection, and that's the reason why you're taking that mirror approach on this situation. But the mirror in this is that they're trying to avoid disaster. Now, it might not look like they're doing you a favour, but from what I'm seeing here, it could be so much worse. That's what they're showing me. Now, even coming through with the card of trying to get out of a contract and into another, be this a karmic person, a financial related dynamic, they physically wouldn't have the energy to do these two things. Now, even if they do have a karmic, the karmic is there to show them that they don't gain the support from this person. Okay, so there's a given reason why it's directly happening to help them transform this. So even when that's why they always say, try and take away your mindset, because it is a manifestation. Take away your mindset thinking that you know best how it could be. Yes, we can manifest to a point we have this beautiful picture in our mind. Then in our egoic state, which is more 4D, 3D related energy, fair-based frequencies, fatigue-related energies, which is really necessary for us to get grounded. Yes, you're stepping into your power, knowing what you have, you know, what your benchmark is. That's necessary. That's healthy that you've done this. Also, knowing that factor and knowing at a 3D level what would need to transform, you've already sent that frequency to them, so they're directly doing the work in the area, even if you're not seeing it, okay? Your intentions in general are you want balance. So again, that's a frequency you've sent out to universe that you're wanting balance within connections, and due to the fact they're not balanced yet, that's why it hasn't come back. Your actions, you're preparing, you're getting ready. You feel you've done the work. Then they need to get ready so they can come through. But their actions are preparing. Yours are preparing and you're ready. Your guidance is also to be prepared and ready. So if you feel in some shape or form you're not ready, do what you can to be prepared. A possible outcome can be that you might be moving, you might be really tuning into your work, and this is physical work, not necessarily purging and healing, but it can be both. But on their side, they're trying to get rid of things and do the work that they need to do to get grounded, to prepare to have movement towards you. Okay, I'm getting two stories here. For those of you that has a twin who is in a commitment, they are making a judgment on this situation. Okay? There is a judgment between two people here. Some of you, this is an older energy. This is a couple that are already married. There's two age brackets here I'm being shown. One that is much older, that has been in the connection for a long time, and another one that is newly considering it, but they did things quite backwards. There may have been a child involved. It's a very empty frequency. They don't want to take the journey with this person. They've got the marriage card, okay? They're working hard, but they're getting rid of one item. Now, in theory, In a judgment, this has come up twice, right? Moving something to the next level, their current position. Could be within a relationship with a person that has a child. I'm not feeling it's theirs. However, it could. But they don't want to move on one road, but, you know, there's a judgment in relation to these two journeys, where they don't want to move towards and who they think this person should be. There you go. Okay, so clarification is it's okay, feminine. It is in relation to you. These energies here represent, these two here represent a current position. Something either invested in, committed to, financial or karmic. Not wanting to take the journey, but a judgment being made. In relation to contact, movement forward. Okay, now, this is quite problematic because especially connected to communication, transport, intent is so. Difficulty of the 16th, difficult, okay? So it can be that they're going to have mishaps with communication. And that's why I said to you, if you get a message and it doesn't match up with meeting, connecting, etc., try and keep grounded for those of you this is related to. Now, on your side, how they feel your external environment is affecting you, it can be things falling down around you, but, you know, it will be balanced because you're going to get good karma coming back. You've kept it balanced moving forward. You're very fatigued. The upheaval can be an ending of this situation here to be with you, Divine Feminine, and getting your harvest. In your financial spares, it may be that you guys are okay. But they directly are having a tower moment and investing. The funny thing is they invested elsewhere, but I feel their investment has always been with you. The movement is towards what they feel brings them the best growth, the best yield, but it's not from an egoistic, gold-digging point of view. It's from a heart chakra point of view. They lost hope in a connection. In a loving situation, they're moving towards you because it never ended. And the path forward, they don't, you know, they're aware of the falseness now and they wish to communicate that with you. Let's pull a clarifier. Yeah, where they lost faith in a situation. They're unsure as well that you'll accept them. But I do feel them rushing in. Yeah, they're moving away from an enemy. And they're not coming in as an enemy. They're talking about the falseness and their ideals and the way they saw things. And wanting to be consistent, okay? So if you are wanting a booking directly connected to your own spiritual path, the link is below. It's very simple. Go straight through to the website and there's a booking page. Otherwise, love and light, and I'll see you during the month for live updates.